Let's focus on education now. Education stakeholders are pressing the government to resolve shortages in learning and teaching resources for the Competency-Based Curriculum, CBC, as the country prepares for next year's transition to senior school. These concerns have taken center stage in nationwide dialogues on CBC implementation. Brenda Wanga reports.
The nationwide dialogues, which began last week, coincide with government and education stakeholders' preparations for the next phase of the CBC implementation.
This is fair.
The first cohort of learners is set to transition from junior to senior school early next year. Stakeholders have raised concerns over gaps in infrastructure and human resource needed for a smooth transition to senior school.
The situation may not be very dire. Reasons? We have rooms that were left by the previous class. Domiciling for grade 9 in primary section gave room, and therefore there is room for getting more. What is maybe a challenge is the new facilities and structures that could be required by the new curriculum.
Wanafunzi 100 mwalimu mmoja hawezi akawaangalia wote. Kwa pamoja na ajue huyu anajimudu upande gani. Tunahitaji walimu wengi waongezwe.
The transition process has sparked intense debate, with parents, learners and teachers grappling with the complexities of senior school placement. Under the current guidelines, students must navigate 3 distinct pathways that include STEM, arts, sports science, and social sciences, raising concerns about clarity and preparedness.
Physical education, for example, is going to be a compulsory subject. We see the level of preparedness in the teachers. We believe that a teacher who is trained to teach a particular subject is going to be more competent than a teacher who is just going to train or to teach what they have not been trained in.
Katika mambo ya hapa, jambo la kwanza ni kwamba tuna shortage ya walimu, especially wa subject zile ambazo zinahitaji utaalamu. Ndio maana yake nimeuliza tu kama inawezekana TSC tuache kuwaza tu na kuwazua kwamba lazima mwalimu awe qualified ama registered kwa TSC, kwa sababu tuna subjects zingine ambazo zinahitaji wataalamu ambao wana uwezo zaidi.
The Ministry of Education, however, says the infrastructural and monetary requirements for this transition will be provided.
Each school, each senior school, will take 2 pathways. Because why we want them to take 2 pathways is because we want to optimize with the resources that are already there. There are teachers already in those schools. We have invested in labs in some of those schools. So we want to make sure that the investment that government has already done is properly utilized. And that's why we are saying there will be 2 pathways. The only thing I added is that we expect every school to take science as a pathway.
The reassurances notwithstanding, the teachers' unions and school administrators have called upon the government to ensure that it releases the capitation funds fully and on time, warning that delays could disrupt school operations and hinder a smooth transition to senior schools. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.